The following is a presentation of CW Sports.
It's a frigid but sunny Saturday in the North Carolina capital of Raleigh. We're getting set for the Hokies and the Wolfpack inside PNC Arena. And then later today, we'll take you up to Chestnut Hill. The fourth-ranked Tar Heels are ready to challenge Boston College on another courtside Saturday in the ACC.
I got big dreams, I want big rings. Ball so hard, they should put me in the Hall of Fame.
Open man is Horn. Buckets.
It's a big one by Parker.
The freshman.
Big time three, Padula.
Beautiful pass and the finish from Lynn King.
I make big moves, I make big plays. I ain't stopping till the whole world know my name.
You got to go back 35 years to find the last time the Wolfpack started ACC play, 5-1. Today, the Pack look to keep it rolling here inside PNC Arena against the Virginia Tech Hokies. Welcome to ACC Courtside Saturday, everybody. I'm Evan Lepler. This is the two-time ACC Defensive Player of the Year, John Henson. Critics of modern-day college basketball like to say it's all about three-point shooting. The Wolfpack recently are proving that otherwise. Kevin Keatts' team winning with toughness and tenacity inside.
They've just out-toughed Wake Forest last game, and that's what they look to do today. Some shots will eventually fall, but to be a good team, you have to win in different ways, and that's what NC State is doing. DJ Horn has scored in a variety of ways for the Wolfpack. Even when the shots are not falling from the perimeter, he's been able to get his buckets. This kid is wired to score. He's averaging 24 over his last two games. He can shoot the three at a great clip. He also can float it a little bit. He's a great player. He can score at all three levels. They need him to be at his highest level today if they want to win.
His emergence as a playmaker has been gigantic for NC State. For Virginia Tech, they're 2-4 in the league, but they feel like they are better than that, and they hope to prove that over the next few weeks. Sean Padula has combined the skill and the mentality to become a big-time scorer.
Sean Padula is the engine that makes this team run. He's had 3 career highs over the last few weeks, the reigning ACC Player of the Week. Oh, by the way, he leads them in assists as well. He does it all for them, and they need him today in a tough arena at PNC.
Now we got a lively basketball environment, as it always is here in Raleigh. ACC Courtside Saturday on the CW. The Hokies and the Wolfpack tip off next. Past the midway point in the month of January, ACC basketball heating up. A look at today's Courtside Saturday starting lineups with the Hokies, Padula, Couture, Collins, Barron, and Kidd. And for the Wolfpack, DJ Burns did not practice a couple days ago, was sort of a part-time participant in practice yesterday, but he's good to go for the Wolfpack. 2 coaches today, both children of Southwest Virginia. Mike Young from Radford. They've struggled on the road this year, though, John.
They have. Looking for their first road win. Say what you want about the ACC. It's tough to win on the road.
Kevin Keatts from Lynchburg, Virginia. Played point guard at Ferrum College. The Wolfpack have won 9 of their last 11. Tuesday against Wake Forest is the first time in 3.5 decades that the NC State Wolfpack won a game without making a 3. They have not shot the ball well from deep lately, and yet, aside from that Carolina game, they still are a really hot basketball team. We are underway. It's great to have you with us as Virginia Tech begins. Sean Padula matched up with Jaden Taylor. Saw Reese Beekman give Padula some problems, like he's given to a lot of offensive players in the league. First shot of the day won't go for MJ Collins.
Coach said he'd start Taylor on Padula. It's going to be a good matchup today.
He says he's the head of the snake. You said in the open, the engine that makes them go. DJ Burns, the biggest guy on the floor, reverses for Horn. Couture's got that matchup. Horn, floater, no. Burns, put back, yes.
Big fella down there. He hasn't been feeling well lately, but he looked good right there. They like to get him going early, especially in games. It gets his engine going, gets him rolling a little bit. He'll play a little harder defensively.
Still managed 10 points despite being a little under the weather, dealing with a stomach bug on Tuesday against Wake. Great defense by Casey Morcell, getting a piece of the Hunter Couture three.
DJ Horn with the drive, seals off on the backside. Nice finish left. You got to help the helper. His guy went to help on Burns. Someone's got to block him out. Easier said than done, Evan.
Yeah, they did not give DJ Horn the assist there. It was an offensive rebound for DJ Burns. Shot clock winding down. Robbie Barron's been playing better lately. Shot clock violation.
Good defense by NC State. Me and Evan talked earlier. Virginia Tech struggles with length on the perimeter and length, you know, just in general. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get around that today and try to get a win on the road.
The Hokies know that NC State's going to bring the pressure, full court a lot of the game.
Practice yesterday, they were working on the press. They might pull that out a little later.
Burns pass, drills the net, hit the bottom of the rim, and the deep ball way too far for MJ Collins. Yikes.
Burns has done that the last few games. He's tried to throw a cross-court pass and hit the rim. The rim has not moved since the start of the game a long time ago, so he's got to figure that out.
Wolfpack 1 for 2 so far. NC State was able to score 50 points in the paint against Wake on Tuesday night, and the bench outscored the Deacons bench 30-2. The performances from Mo Diarra and Ben Middlebrooks being really consequential in the effort.
Story of the game, the bench outperformed and out tough Wake Forest's starters.
He sure did. Oh, sneaking in for the rebound, and Taylor puts it in. Great hustle from the freshman Dennis Parker.
Dennis Parker struggled lately offensively, so that's something to get you going. Offensive rebound, get a nice pass, nice play to get the energy going.
Here comes the full court press, John.
Here it comes. Looks like they're doing a man full court press. Now, in practice, they want to funnel you to the corners just across half and trap you. Let's see if they do the same thing today.
Barron throws it away, stolen by Morcell, but he stepped on the baseline. So the Hokies dodge a bullet there.
NC State is top 15 in the country in turnover margin. This is what they do right here.
Kevin Keats wore a mask on Tuesday because he was feeling a little under the weather. Starts today without the mask. He was a part-time mask wearer in practice yesterday, and he had something to say. He'd take the mask off to make sure he was heard.
They look good in practice.
Yeah, they were sharp yesterday. Padula on the drive. Blocked by Burns. Last touch by Virginia Tech. It has been a great start for the Wolfpack.
As we see, that length is affecting Virginia Tech. Padula's trying to be aggressive. They're on to him right now. He's got to figure it out in there. Maybe kick it out for his shooters.
Hokies are 0 for 5, and I'm not sure if there's a clock issue, but the officiating crew, Roger Ayers, Tommy Morrissey, and Sean Hull, are holding everything up for a moment.
Looks like NC State's defense is picking up where it left off.
The shot clock to our right is at 90. And that's an issue.
Yes, that is a long time to run the offense. We talked about that 12-10 NC State game, the lowest scoring game ever against Duke back in the day. 90-second shot clock, we might be on the pace for that.
So we're going to get an early stoppage, an early timeout. Whether they make an immediate timeout or not remains to be seen. You know, the aftermath of Tuesday night, NC State out-toughed Wake Forest. That was a huge part of the story. The officials were also a huge part of the story. The word of the week for NC State has been toughness, maybe technicals with what transpired late in that game, and also with Kevin Keats just before halftime.
Hey, don't quote me, but I think that technical was strategic to get his team rolling and maybe have the referee that made that call kind of understand, hey, now the eyes are on you, make some better calls. So.
The first one was strategic. The second one was unexpected. But kudos to Kareem Richardson, former head coach at Kansas City. Helped to steer the Wolfpack to that big win. The 13th win of the year. Stepping into the jumper, Jaden Taylor.
Transfer from Butler. He's a great defender, but offensively, man, he's good. He led them in scoring last year when 44 games started in his career in Baylor. I'm sorry, Butler.
Lynn Kidd gets the first two of the day for Virginia Tech.
I love Lynn Kidd, man. He's got to get going. He's one of the best, has one of the best true shooting percentages in the country, man. He needs to be a lot more aggressive, as they said at Virginia Tech.
He only took 3 field goal attempts in Charlottesville. Long range shot won't go for Taylor.
He's got nice size. He's a good athlete as well.
Padula, unforced turnover. Yep. Padula trying to argue.
Taylor right here. Good screen by DJ Burns. Loses it. That helped him kind of get off balance. But right here, Lynn Kidd with a nice screen by Couture, which will go not on the stat sheet, but that got his guy a wide open dunk.
Padula argued to no avail that Jaden Taylor knocked it away. Middlebrooks coming off his best game as a member of the Wolfpack. 14 points, 6 rebounds in 20 minutes. He did not miss a shot. He was perfect 5 for 5 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
You had the and one to kind of close that game off against Wake Forest.
Is it an and one if you are ejected before you can shoot the free throw?
Yeah, you know what? I don't think so. I mean, that was like a 4-point possession to kind of close the game. So you're right. He scored 2 to win that Wake Forest game.
Yeah, it was the sharpshooter Michael O'Connell that came in, knocked down the free throw. Hunter Couture, speaking of sharpshooters.
Hey, he's a shooter. That's what he does. 41% from 3. Nice shot now. Hunter Couture.
His 291st all-time three-pointer. He's already #1 in Hokie history. And today he ties Malcolm Delaney for the most games played ever in Virginia Tech lore.
Malcolm Delaney, I still have nightmares of him when I played.
He had game, didn't he?
He took care of us my freshman year.
Mo Diarra, his first attack, and the foul is going against Virginia Tech's Mekhi Long. And we will get our first break. Star Wars theme, the lightsabers out in full force here at PNC. 1-point game early. Well, we take you all the way back to March 4th, 1989. It was 1,115 games ago in NC State history. It's the last time NC State won without making a 3. They scored 110 points. It helped. The game went to 4 overtimes, John. It was the first quadruple overtime game in ACC history. And 2 good friends, Jim Valvano and Bob Stack, at the end embracing. What a game that was.
3 halves, essentially.
Yeah. And our statistical experts, John Madry and Freddie Kiger, were working that game in March of 1989, and they are working this game here today. It's great to have that institutional memory.
Man, he was our, I wanted to sit with him before the game and just talk, man. He was an encyclopedia for us, man, an ACC basketball encyclopedia.
Yep. So NC State jumped out 6-0. Hokies have scored the last 5. Brandon Recksteiner into the game for the first time. Oh, great defense. Jaden Taylor the steal, but he cannot finish at the other end. Rebound for Couture.
Jaden Taylor is affecting this game defensively. I mean, he's almost taking over defensively, guarding these guards for Virginia Tech.
And I think folks around the league are starting to recognize how impactful he is defensively. Middlebrooks gets a piece of it, smacks it away inside.
Right here, Middlebrooks with the recovery, didn't stop, got his hand on the ball. Beautiful, beautiful recovery by Middlebrooks. He's been playing well as of late.
It's not where they want to get Kidd the ball, near the 3-point arc. Shot clock's down to 8. Tyler Nickel flips it inside, back outside. Nickel for 3.
UNC transfer, he is a volume 3-point shooter, sitting at about 6'7". He is where the game is going. They need him to play well, and he is not shy.
Made a 3 in 10 consecutive ball games. It's an 8-0 run for Virginia Tech. Taylor's been phenomenal defensively. Offensively, he's now 2 for 5. He's certainly looking to be aggressive early in this game.
Had a little.
That was a heat check before going to the bench.
Got a little shimmy in this game, man. I like it. He's just got to finish it off. As we know, mid-range is not where the game is going these days. It's threes and layups.
Oh, Rex Steiner has his pocketed pick again. DJ Horn, the steal and the score.
Horn not necessarily known for his defense. Rex Steiner's going to have to.
Another turnover in the backcourt. Mike Young needs a timeout, you'd think.
You see, he had to get Padula back in the game. They're struggling with this pressure from NC State.
Coach Young choosing to let him play. Morcell, his first points of the day, assisted by O'Connell. Turnovers have been an issue for Virginia Tech. They lead the league with around 15 turnovers a game in conference play. That's the 7th in the first 7 minutes. Horn for 3. That shot is going to go down eventually, you got to think.
Great pass by O'Connell, sucking in the defense and kicking it out to Horn, who's their best three-point shooter.
Crowd was ready to erupt. Couture battling for position. Rex Steiner is giving it away on the dribble. It's got to linger in his mind. Kidd to Long. Oh, what defense on the block. Diarra and Middlebrooks are becoming like the Bash brothers for NC State defensively.
You know, you look at the score, they're only up 2. Strong solid defense on Middlebrooks. Diarra holds his ground, 2 hands up. Middlebrooks follows him up. Great team defense. Lynn Kidd's got to crash the boards on that as well. He can't keep it back up. Virginia Tech needs all the shots they can get today. 4 blocks already by NC State.
4 blocks, 4 steals. Game's not even 7 minutes old. Nickel to Long going baseline. And it's a shot clock violation. The 8th Hokie turnover.
Call me crazy, but is NC State becoming a defensive team right before our eyes?
That's how they won the other night.
Middlebrooks finished that game for them. Burns Jr. was out with the stomach bug, and he made some big plays. Also got someone ejected too, man. Himself as well. I like the kind of nice switch up from Burns at the point guard spot.
Middlebrooks traveled this time. Turnover number 3 for NC State. There, the numbers in graphic form. 6 rebounds to go along with a career high 14 points.
NC State press again. Just trying to get Virginia Tech to use up some shot clock, so not as much time to run their offense. Maybe speed them up a little bit.
Couture kicks it long, way off. It's not his game. He's now 0 for 12 beyond the arc this season. Is it too rude to say he could play for NC State? Yes, it is.
Too soon.
Nickel, usually a shooter. This time the attack works out and one. Tyler Nickel.
Middlebrooks tried to time that up. Tyler Nickel's a decent athlete. He's got some good size. Nice throw ahead right here. Middlebrooks could have maybe got position on that, but not known as a shot blocker. Not known as a shot blocker. He might have overextended himself on that one.
You could see it in the body language. Nickel hesitated for a split second. He's like, am I going to do this?
Yes.
Yes, I am. And it worked out.
Beautiful finish, got the body.
All-time leading scorer in Virginia high school basketball.
Hey, scored more points than AI and JJ Redick. I mean, doesn't even sound right, does it?
He scored 52 points last year for Carolina, but 6 points today. He's got now 151 points this year. And if he gets hot, he can be really dangerous. DJ Burns back into the game. The big fella sees a double. The kick out for O'Connell.
Double team Virginia Tech is double teaming DJ Burns on the move, so he needs to set them up and be nowhere where the open man is coming from and make the right pass, which he did on that possession.
Three-point drought continues here at PNC Arena for the Wolfpack.
I wonder if they're exerting so much energy defensively, it's affecting their offensive output from the three-point line.
Tough shot. Sean Padula, his first two of the game.
He's been on a roll lately, as we stated, the reigning ACC player of the week.
So despite 8 turnovers so far, the Hokies have a 3-point lead.
Doesn't make sense. If you're not looking at score, you'd think NC State has the lead. But
great vision from DJ Burns, and it's Parker laying it in.
Nice pass by Burns, an underrated passer for this NC State team, especially from the free throw line at the elbow.
His first assist of the day, averages right around 3 assists per game. Oh, and it's Burns the steal, taking it away from Padula.
Big fella with the finish.
Mike Young and the entire Virginia Tech staff cannot believe that there was not a whistle.
NC State is feasting on their guards from Virginia Tech. Good
Kid
pass by
to
Big.
Barron for 2. It was such a strange feel to the first 10 minutes of this game.
Hey, you guys can't see it at home, but Cam Woods is smiling when he's guarding Padula, man. He's loving this.
We've seen defenders getting up in the grill of ball handlers so far today. Shot clock winding down. Burns needs the 3-point line. Tough fadeaway. Oh, that's nifty.
Maybe the rest from him not practicing has got him feeling good. He's got some good legs, good energy. Nice fade. I think Virginia Tech will live with that shot, though.
Such a soft touch. Kidd throws it in, plus the foul. First on Burns. And Virginia Tech has weathered the initial storm here in Raleigh.
Burns with the steal, the nifty feet coming in. That was all caused by the pressure by Cam Woods. Lynn Kidd with the finish, nice finish, dunk, and one. Beautiful.
ACC basketball on the CW is brought to you by Pacific Life, creating financial security for more than 150 years. Long past time that David Thompson is officially immortalized over by Reynolds Coliseum, the 3-time ACC Player of the Year, a legendary career, and just forever one of the all-time greats.
He's a legend, man. We know about him. It's before my time, but I know who David Thompson is, man.
What a weird first 10-14 we've had. Kidd sinks the free throw, completes the 3-point play. Virginia Tech leads 18-16. We've had 7 lead changes so far, John.
And Virginia Tech has 9 turnovers, and they have the lead by 2. I tried to look at the stats. I can't make sense of it, but that's basketball for you right there.
On the 3-point drought continues for NC State here at PNC Arena. It's got to be in their heads a little bit, right?
It might be, and they got to keep shooting. Eventually they'll fall, especially here at home.
The last made 3 at PNC came with 11:21 to go in the second half of the Carolina game, and it was the unlikely shooter Mo Diarra that knocked it down.
I was at Yard House watching that game, so that's a long time ago.
I'm sure you enjoyed that final result, but we don't have to get into it too much now. Padula, 2 defenders running at him. Burns, the 3rd defender, closing out on him on the drive, and a turnover number 10 for the Hokies.
I will say, if NC State keeps turning them over at this rate, they will eventually turn the tide on this game offensively, and this could get ugly.
So officially, it's 16 straight missed threes in game action here at PNC for the Wolfpack.
And they'll probably hit the next one now that we've talked about it, right?
Everybody will exhale if they do, when they do. Elijah Poteet, a strong take, earning free throws, and DJ Burns just picked up his second personal.
Solid big off the bench, especially last game. He looked really good out there.
You know, the value of Diarra and Middlebrooks off the bench. You think of a team like Miami. You know, Norchad Omier picks up his second foul with 8:53 to go in the first half. It's a nightmare for Jim Larinaga and the Hurricanes, but to have the depth of those big bodies off the bench, it's gigantic.
Yeah, it means a lot. And Coach Keats told us that he really wants Burns only to play 20 to 25 minutes if he can tonight. So with that stomach bug and him not practicing, Middlebrooks is a perfect complement to what they need to do down there.
1 for 2 at the line for Poteet.
Virginia Tech's pushing him out on the perimeter offensively. That's never good.
Hokies will get after you defensively. Edging the ball screen. 5 to shoot for DJ Horn. Middlebrooks reverses to the corner. Taylor, nope. Morcell, did he get it off? He did not. Tommy Morrissey and the crew wave it off. They're going to review it, but I think it was the correct call.
As you said, Evan, earlier, that was not a pass. Air ball is always the toughest thing to box out on as well, because you might have position and the ball just doesn't go your way.
They're going to take the timeout now, so we'll take it 2. We believe that the Hokies still have a 3-point lead. Back at PNC Arena, the officials are still looking at the monitor to determine whether Casey Morcell got this off in time. It's very close, but I think the call of a shot clock violation is going to stand.
Yeah, looks like he did not get it off in time.
Another good look for 3 that would not fall for the Wolfpack.
There is a lid on that basket for NC State. It's got to keep shooting. They will eventually fall.
Well, on a day when they were 0 for 8 from 3 on Tuesday, they were 29 of 46 from 2. That's a robust 63%.
NC State back in the press. I think I found a discrepancy. They've only got 8 points off 10 turnovers. I think that's the story of the game. They've got to capitalize on some of these extra possessions.
The other thing is, no one has scored off the NC State bench yet in this game. It's early, a lot of basketball still to play. Collins inside, Poteet rejected, but they're going to get a foul on Middlebrooks, and that is his second personal. He's a cop, she's a con, and together this unlikely duo makes the perfect pair. Watch all new episodes of Wild Cards every Wednesday, 8/7 Central, only on the CW, and you can stream for free right now on the CW app. Poteet, senior originally from Reedsville, transferred from Rice to Blacksburg. Couture takes a rest on the bench.
I don't think he'll be over there long, Evan.
No.
He's averaging 31 minutes a game.
Largest lead so far for the Hokies, who trailed 6-0 out of the gate.
They're holding on right now. NC State's got to just capitalize some of those offensive possessions and not turn it over. They've got 7 themselves.
Long 2 for Horn, wouldn't go. Strong rebound for Kidd. Here comes Padula. Padula floats it high. Tough catch, great adjustment in the air, and tremendous athleticism and poise showed by MJ Collins.
Savvy play, man. Usually someone would try to finish that. For him to come down and finish that high-level athleticism shown by Collins that people, might not think.
He made eye contact with Padula and pointed up on the way down, so he wanted the lob.
He thought he was going to throw it to Nickel for the 3.
Middlebrooks turns it over. Hokies on an 8-0 run.
Right, he had Nickel in the corner, but 2s are better than 3s any day of the week.
Spoken like a true big man. I know by the end of your NBA career, you became more of a three-point shooter because the coaches kind of made you practice and become that, right?
Coach Budenholzer called me and said, you need to shoot threes. So that's what I did all summer. Playing with Giannis, you have to be able to shoot the three for him to be successful and to be a good team.
How many threes did you take in high school?
I don't remember, not a lot.
A small number, though,
Small
right?
number. I shot threes in high school, but you know that's like a mid-range jumper these days. The line's all the way back. It's a whole different ball game.
Wolfpack have not scored in over 3 minutes.
8-0 run for Virginia Tech.
Yep. Morcell on the drive. Oh, tough finish up and under.
Morcell, first guy on the court today. Usually that translates to a good game or buckets going in for you.
That's something you always look for, right, when you get to the arena?
Always look for Morcell, Burns, Padula, and Couture were the first 4 guys on the court today, and it translates.
Was that you in your playing career?
Hey, later in my playing career, once I learned, I wish I knew earlier, honestly.
Kidd backing down Diarra. Rebound for Mo.
I like his aggression, though. He has to stay aggressive.
Kidd's 2 for 4. Smacks it away.
Morcell rips baseline. No help comes. He has to finish on the other side on 2 guys. That was a tough finish by him.
Well, the Virginia Tech game always means a little bit more for Casey Morcell since he started his career in Charlottesville.
Right.
Diarra versus Kidd.
Coach Keats talked to his essay about Diarra. He said he thinks he's a 3. I think he's a 5. We put him at the 4.
I like that.
Nice.
Kevin Keats, year 7 at NC State. He's been ejected twice this year. That's never happened before in his basketball coaching career. He kind of laughed about it. It's not something he's trying to do.
Might be part of the strategy.
Diarra the offensive rebound off the Horn miss. DJ Horn 1 for 6. Horn dishes Diarra for 2.
Nice shot, took his time there. Kind of froze the defender when he looked to pass. Nice mid-range jumper.
First bench bucket for the Wolfpack. Kidd in transition, clobbered. They're going to count the continuation, yes. Kevin Keats can't believe it, but this call goes Virginia Tech's way. And an and 1 opportunity for Lynn Kidd.
I don't think it's any secret, you know, Lynn Kidd right here, taking his time and finishing. He's playing well. Virginia Tech is up 5. This is,
what do you think, John?
the first time, this game is the first time he's got to the free throw line in 5 games. So he's playing he's playing ultra aggressive.
Are you okay with that continuation being an and 1?
I'm okay with that. He was going up right by the basket. Lynn Kidd looks like someone talked to him in the locker room and said, hey, we need to be aggressive.
Yeah, 8 points for Kidd. And he's only been averaging about 6.5 per game in the last 2 weeks. And includes a game in which he shot 8 for 8 against Miami. Morcell fadeaway. Comes up short.
A lot of mid-range jumpers for NC State. I think Virginia Tech defensively will live with that contested mid-range jumper every day of the week.
MJ Collins pull up.
And Virginia Tech back with the mid-range contested jumper. I think these teams are defensively playing really well right now.
I agree with you. Diarra going to work on the block. Scores 2 on Kidd.
He's been trending up. Nice middle drive spin. Finish with the inside hand. He's finally binding his role, Coach Keats said, and that's what's making him play better on the offensive end and in general.
13 rebounds in the Wake game. He had 11 rebounds off the bench at Louisville last Saturday. Padula needs to shoot, recognizes, knew it was off as soon as it left his hands, and it was out of bounds off Kidd. Wolfpack basketball.
Diarra goes on, goes unmentioned. He was the #1 JUCO recruit in the country. So Kevin Keats on the recruiting trail. I talked to a former coach. He said he's a monster on the recruiting trail. So Burns right here, he just needs to, Horn needs to keep being aggressive. Maybe they did get him in some more sets offensively.
Good look from the corner. Casey Morcell circles it in. Hallelujah.
The crowd goes wild.
That was an interminable drought, but a steal for Horn. The dish and the bucket for O'Connell. Defense turning an offense. NC State capitalized on those turnovers. That's how they're going to win this game. Apparently up a point. 7-0 run in the last 70 seconds. Another steal. The 12th Hokie turnover. Diarra stripped by Padula. Hokies with numbers the other way. Nickel for 3. Got it. He's feeling good. It looked good from the time he left his hand where we're sitting at. What a huge swing right there as the Hokies retake the lead on the Tyler Nickel triple. Coach Keats probably not really too happy. Diarra took it coast to coast. I don't think Burns is happy either. Nice pass by Horn. This looked good from the time it left his hand. Cash. Let's take a look at our Pacific Life game summary presented by Pacific Life. Creating financial security for more than 150 years. Wolfpack got off to a phenomenal start, led 6-0 in the early minutes. Nice dime by Burns and then a fast break layup from a perimeter steal. You don't hear that a lot about a big man, so that was fun to see. But Virginia Tech has rallied back. Couture hit the first 3 for the Wolfpack. Tyler Nichols hit a couple. The great equalizer, the 3-point shot. This is why Virginia Tech is up 2 points at the moment. Had 9 lead changes in this first half. Hokies have a 2-point lead despite 12 turnovers. Out of the timeout, DJ Horn looking to get going. Great defense by Hunter Couture. He's an underrated defender. He's their best defender on the perimeter, and I don't think it's a secret that Burns is struggling right now due to his defense. O'Connell kept the dribble as he was falling to his backside. And a reaching foul is going against Long. It's number 2 on Makai Long. We'll catch our breath and remind you that coming up on the Subaru halftime report, we will hear from the duo calling the North Carolina-BC game, Tom Wormy and Mike Jaminski getting set up at Connie Forum in Chestnut Hill. Also look ahead to ACC women's basketball tomorrow. Virginia Tech women's basketball coming off a Final Four last season. We've got them on the CW tomorrow against Clemson. Stadium was packed in the last Virginia Tech women's game. It's sold out for most games these days. Kenny Brooks has it rolling. Concerned about Georgia Amore, though, the star point guard, injured on Thursday night against Duke. Hope she'll be okay. Nice finish. Nice seal by Petit. Just couldn't finish. 9 times out of 10 that goes in. Horn defended well by Padula. Virginia bench standing up. Padula playing some great defense on Horn. DJ Horn now 1 for 7 from the field. 0 for 4 from 3. It was a little bit forced. I think he was kind of feeling a little down about that good defense by Padula. He's missed his last 11 3-point attempts here at PNC, but he went 6 for 9 at Louisville last Saturday. The ebbs and flows of basketball. Hokies are in the bonus, so it'll be 1-1 here for Virginia Tech. I'm pretty it took this long to call it a reach-in for NC State. They've been reaching all day on Padula in the guard, so first on Taylor. Finally caught up to him. And the Hokies only shot 4 free throw attempts in 40 minutes in Charlottesville. Hokie fans are like, yeah, we never get the calls at KPJ. See if your Tar Heels get any calls up in Chestnut Hill today. R.J. Davis leads the 4th-ranked North Carolina Tar Heels into Connie Forum to take on the Boston College Eagles. Coming up next, exclusively here on the CW. It's always a tricky game traveling up there to Chestnut Hill. Snow on the ground. I remember I did a Carolina BC game 4 or 5 years ago. They were top 5 in the country. It was the Kobe White year. And I was just impressed with the Tar Heel fans showing up in Boston. Like it felt like not quite like the Dean Dome, but it felt like a UNC home game in there.
They come out, man. Everywhere we go, they come out.
Of course, the NC State fans. And look, what has your relationship been like with NC State fans through the years? Let's get that out there.
It's been a decade. It's a lot less hostile now. I'm on the other side. I talk to some fans today. They say, hey, I'm calling the game. I say, look, I'm on the other side. I come in peace.
You respect their passion, though, right?
I love the setup here.
This is a crazy place to play.
When this place is rocking, it's a tough place to play.
Diarra banging with Poteet. Poked away. Whose ball? NC State ball, 5 to shoot.
I love the aggression Diarra showing. He's not getting necessarily the fall or getting the shots, but that'll eventually wear him as a big man, especially with the fouls. Nice backdoor cut.
And DJ Horn gets an easy 2 off the nice cut.
Using that overplay by Padula to cut back door. It's a great basketball play, high IQ play by DJ Horn. Maybe that'll get him going, Evan. See the ball go in.
It's 2 for 8, 4 points. Does have 2 assists. John Padula's got 4 points. Spinning in the lane, hanging in there, in and out. Poteet on the backboard. Oh, that would have been the second foul on Diarra if it was called. It was not. Poteet scores anyway.
It's a big fella right there. I would have had trouble with him when I was playing.
Take a deep breath, everybody. Timeout. NC State, 29.4 left. There have been a lot of great legends of basketball in the ACC through the years, both on the court and courtside. NC State radio broadcaster Gary Hahn has been calling games for the Wolfpack since 1990. He's done over 400 football games, over 1,000 men's basketball games, and he's a really excellent technical play-by-play announcer. Obviously, he has been the voice of the pack for generations of NC State fans, and he's retiring at the end of this year. So salute to Gary, working with Tony Haynes over there. I don't want to say he's one of my mentors because I don't know him that well, but he's a role model because I always try to listen to him when I'm in the car in this area because you get better as a play-by-play announcer listening to Gary.
Yeah, he's been doing it since the day I was born, the year I was born, so that's pretty crazy. He's probably seen me here a few times. Interesting move by NC State. O'Connell, who's more of an assist guy. 3-to-2 assist ratio in the ACC. Number 3 ranked. Out of a net stat.
3.5, 4-second differential game and shot clock. O'Connell's got nothing going so far. Too much dribbling. 3-on pass. Puts in the 3.
Right on time. That's why he was in the game right there. Great move by Coach Keats.
He hadn't played in any of NC State's last 5 games, and he comes off the bench in the final seconds of the half to bury the 3 to bring NC State within 1. Wow.
Nice finish to the half.
Entertaining first 20 minutes, John. Certainly nothing decided yet. Hokies 33, Wolfpack 32. Subaru halftime report coming up. This is the Subaru halftime report, brought to you by Subaru. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru. Entertaining first half here at PNC Arena. Hokies lead by 1. No double-figure scores on either side. 8 different scores for NC State, 7 for Virginia Tech. We'll get into the numbers in a bit, but let's take you up to Chestnut Hill. Tom Wormy and Mike Jaminski standing by for UNC-BC. Thank you, Tom. Looking forward to it. Fun halftime festivities here in Raleigh. Great weekend of ACC basketball on the CW. We are just getting started. 1-point game at halftime today as the Subaru halftime report continues. We are back on the Subaru halftime report inside PNC Arena. The fans are transfixed by our halftime show. And tomorrow's ACC Women's Basketball Showcase is going to be pretty darn good, too. Clemson plays with one of the most frenetic paces in the league. And Virginia Tech needs very little introduction, coming off a Final Four and an ACC championship last year. 2 first-team All-ACC superstars. Liz Kitley, the 2-time reigning ACC Player of the Year, the buzzer beater to beat NC State not too long ago. And then Georgia Amoore, who I happen to believe is the most valuable player for Kenny Brooks and company. The Aussie point guard bringing the Thunder from down under, but we mentioned banged up on Thursday night at Duke. Hopefully she'll be okay for tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow. Kylan Mills and Kelly Deo will have the call of Virginia Tech and Clemson. And you really got to take a look at Kitley and Amoore. They are 2 of the best players, the best duo in all-time ACC history. It's unbelievable how much fun they are to watch. So check that out tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, only on the CW. We got 20 more minutes of basketball, at least, here in Raleigh today. Already mentioned quadruple overtime on the broadcast, but who knows what we got in store today on the Subaru Halftime Report. Welcome back to ACC Courtside Saturday. This is the Subaru Halftime Report. As we welcome you back courtside, Evan Leffler with the former North Carolina Tar Heel John Henson. A 1-point game. It's the NC State poor outside shooting against the Virginia Tech turnovers. We've kind of reached an equilibrium on the score sheet. Just a 1-point game. That was a big bucket from Breon Pass to beat the buzzer before the half.
Big bucket. Looks like the top is finally off the rim for the 3-point perspective for NC State. So hopefully they can get some more shots to fall. Well, right now the game is pretty even, and that's what the stats kind of tell us as well.
Let me ask you this real quick. What is the easier problem to solve? Stop turning the ball over or make some more shots?
Stop turning the ball over is an easier problem to solve. Virginia Tech's either got to get Couture and Padula some screens to free them up a little bit, and hopefully they can get going. Tyler Nicker right here, sharp shooter. He's not afraid to shoot, as we talked about earlier. That one right there, we knew was going in a minute. It left his hand. NC State's been pressuring them on the defensive end. DJ Burns with the big man fast break. Nice left-hand finish. And the 3.5. This is why they had O'Connell in. He finds open man. Big boost for them going into halftime.
First half stats presented by Subaru. 20 total turnovers in the first half. 8 steals for the Wolfpack. They also had 4 blocks, but it's Virginia Tech in front thanks to Tyler Nichols. Got a game-high 9 points.
Tyler Nichols, 2 threes, game-high 9 points. The end 1 finish as well. He's doing it all for Virginia Tech. And NC State has not shot a free throw. That cannot happen. They've got to be more aggressive going to the rim.
This has been the Subaru Halftime Report, brought to you by Subaru. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. Second half coming up. One-point game, 20 minutes back on the clock. We got to mention that DJ Horn and Sean Padula, the duo that we talked about in the open, both relatively quiet in the first half, only 4 points apiece.
Well, you know, DJ Horn definitely needs to be more aggressive against the shots to fall, but I think we got to credit Hunter Couture. He's playing great defense on him. He is Virginia Tech's best Virginia defender.
You could say the same thing about Jaden Taylor's defense on Sean Padula, right?
Yeah, this kind of been defending each other to a stalemate in a sense.
Wolfpack begin the second half with possession. Looking to establish Burns inside. Picked up his second foul with 8:53 to go in the first half. There's DJ Horn knocking down the 3.
Right on time. We knew that this team would eventually start knocking them down. Maybe not today, but looks like they found their way from the 3-point line. And DJ Horn with another assist. DJ Burns Jr., I'm sorry, another assist to the perimeter.
Just call him DJ. You got a great chance of being right if you call him DJ. Collins can't connect. His shooting struggles and games continue. We're told that he really lights it up in practice, but it has not translated. Horn feeling good about himself after the bucket to start this half.
Got a little spring in his step when the shot is falling.
DJ sets up the other DJ. Rebound for Collins.
See right here, this perimeter pressure by Taylor. You're going to check these and probably set a screen in the front court to get him loose a little bit.
Kidd to the basket.
Nice finish. Nice pass down the middle. Kidd is doing his thing tonight, finally, as we were saying.
Had 10 lead changes in this game. This is our third tie. 18.5 minutes remaining. Horn, similar spot, and he knocks down another.
He told us in practice yesterday, if he sees one or two go in, it's going up. He is staying true to his word.
Yeah, it was fun chatting with DJ Horn. Asked him about the biggest difference between life here at NC State versus his first two stops at Arizona State and Illinois State. First thing he mentioned were the fans. Couture can't hit. Taylor ahead. Parker short.
Had to know that one was going up. Hit a couple threes. Why not, right?
DJ Horn said it feels like it matters more here at NC State because of the fan support, because of the passion at every single game throughout the season here in Raleigh.
Take it from me, I played in this arena. This is one of the top arenas to play in from a perspective of a player and the fans around the court. They get after it in the stands here.
Second foul on Jaden Taylor. Couture kicks it. Barron sticks it.
Textbook basketball rip. Draw in the help. Kick it out to the corner three. Nothing but net.
We got ourselves a pretty good game here, John Henson. 38 apiece. Parker to answer, and he'll get the first free throw attempts of the day for NC State right here.
Nice. Rejecting the screen from Kidd. Beautiful pass into the pocket by Couture. That's got to go in if you play. If you play enough, that's a shot that you take every time.
Barron's numbers have ticked up the last 3 games, around 9 points, 6 rebounds per contest over the last week and a half. Dennis Parker has been relatively quiet offensively. He had the big game against Virginia 2 weeks ago. Only 14 points in the last 3 games since scoring 15 against the Wahoos.
As a freshman, it's tough, man. It's ACC play. He's playing big minutes. He's just got to keep pushing and keep going, moving forward, and shots will fall, and he'll get into a rhythm.
1 for 2 at the line. Some full court press here, light full court press from Horn and the Wolfpack.
Kidd right here setting the screen to get the pressure off. That's what Virginia Tech needs to do to help their guards not turn the ball over when they're bringing it down.
Padula, only 4 points so far, and he was bumped on his way to the rim, hit the bottom of the backboard. But NC State, with an errant outlet pass, gives it away.
Burns Jr. is an immovable force, but like you said, these teams are not capitalizing on the other team's mistakes right there, especially that fast break.
It's fun to look at the history and the ramifications that are always at stake. I mean, if NC State wins today, they'd be 6-1 in ACC play. They've never had that record in ACC play before, ever.
It's hard to think about that.
Not in the last 50 years.
The historical relevance of this NC State basketball program.
They went 12-0, 1974. That season ended well.
Nice active hands by Couture.
10th turnover for the Wolfpack. Hokies set up, Kidd inside, pulling out the chair. Burns takes it away. 13th turnover for Tech.
Burns is savvy, man, I tell you.
Burns reverses for Taylor. Offensive foul. Tremendous defense from Hunter Couture.
He has been playing tremendous defense today. I think if you're NC State, you have to target Padula. Hunter Couture is not someone you want to target on the defensive end. Right here, he's in position.
And this is a big foul here, John. It's the 3rd on Jaden Taylor. He's going to go to the bench here. 16 minutes to go. As a defender, how does your mindset change knowing that you're playing with 3 and your value is your defensive energy?
It's tough. You have to be less aggressive now coming into the game, and I would not be surprised if Padula gets going now that he has a defender that's not as good as Jaden Taylor.
We'll keep that point in mind. 16:01 in the second half. Collins Back outside Padula. Now O'Connell has that defensive task. Collins for three. Sticks it over Horn.
Right on time, as you said. He's been shooting it well in practice all week. As a player, eventually those shots will fall. You have to keep shooting with confidence. That's what he's doing. That was a confident stroke by him.
Wolfpack give it away. Saved near the sideline by Collins, but they say he was out of bounds right in front of us. Thought we were bracing ourselves for a Harrison Ingram moment over here.
Right.
15-21 to go. 2-point game here in Raleigh. ACC basketball on the CW is brought to you by Fresh Pet. It's not dog food, it's food food. It's fun walking through Reynolds Coliseum. You feel the history in that building. The 1974 team, forever remember. They'll be celebrating the 50th anniversary here in the coming month. What a season for Norm Sloan and company. Remember, they beat Bill Walton's UCLA Bruins in the semifinals at the Final Four and then took down Marquette in the final.
Arguably one of the best AC teams ever, right? Coming into this game still from 1974, man.
And I don't think folks are comparing the 24 team to the 74 team quite yet, but the Wolfpack can get to 6-1 today. There's reason to mention that 74 Wolfpack championship squad tipped home by Middlebrooks. We're tied again, 41 apiece.
We're starting to kind of see the game turn towards NC State as far as that toughness and grittiness that's kind of stuck with them to win these last few games with a little bit with a nice offensive rebound tip in.
Couture sets up Collins. He's feeling it now. Off the back bracket, would not bounce in.
Hit one, got to get the next one up. As a basketball player, I respect it.
Question is, what will he do the next time?
Hey, look, man, he's 50% now. That's a great percentage.
In his last two. Horn's pass deflected by Padula. Gets to Middlebrooks anyway. Banging with Poteet. Middlebrooks stays with it.
He wants it back, Evan.
What's he thinking right now?
I think he's trying to go middle. He might turn back. Oh.
Middle fade away. Nope. Morcell the rebound. Third chance and a foul on Barron.
Good defense. Like we said earlier, and I've said before in the previous possession, NC State started to bear down on them a little bit on the glass and just trying to out-tough them, man, to get this win.
Excellent example of stick-to-itiveness there by the Wolfpack.
I love that word, Evan. Stick-to-itiveness. Don't know if you find it in the dictionary,
no.
but I know what that means.
You could say determined or resilient, but let's make up some vocabulary.
Stick to that. It's an all-encompassing word. I like that.
Just had our 12th lead change.
Classic ACC basketball right here. Close game down the stretch. Road game for Virginia Tech that they kind of need a little bit.
And if they can get this one, John, you can see the roadmap. They got their next three at home. Boston College, Georgia Tech, and Duke. Another chance for Morcell and more free throws coming. Mike Young has got to be pulling his hair out over there. Can we get a rebound?
I didn't necessarily see what happened, but boxing out the shooter is fundamental when shooting a free throw. And I don't think they did that on that possession. They just assumed that maybe he would make it, and now he's back at the line.
And now Mekhi Long has 3 fouls, something else to monitor. Morcell back to the free throw line. Like the thing that stuck out after the game on Tuesday, Kevin Keith saying, "We are going to fight. We are not going to get pushed around." And they are battling on the glass again today. Full court pressure here. Horn against Padula. Taylor's on the bench with 3.
Coach Young for Virginia Tech is very good at adjustments, so we'll see what he does the second half to minimize the turnovers and get Virginia Tech rolling offensively.
Got some fun matchups out on the floor right now. Horn against Padula. We got 2 veterans, O'Connell and Couture. There's Nickel. Morcell closed out, but not quickly enough. Third 3 of the game for Tyler Nickel.
He's their shooter, their volume three-point shooter. Every team needs one. He's the guy for them. He's been shooting it really well these last few games.
Game high 12 points.
I saw a lot of him. He was a Carolina guy for a little bit. He's good, man.
To answer, Diarra can't connect. Couture the rebound.
Crowd kind of let out a groan on that one. I think Coach Keats did as well.
Well, he's now 4 for 18 from 3 on the season. Nearly, it is another turnover. Padula lost his footing. Horn takes it, makes it.
He's a guy you do not want him to see the ball go in, because as you see his third 3.5, he's not going to stop. He's going to pour it on.
We got a new leading scorer for the day. It's DJ Horn. 9 of his 13 here in the second half, and Casey Morcell lost his balance, picked up his second foul.
Nice defense by NC State. Morcell with the throw-ahead pass to DJ Horn. In rhythm, cash. That's how you play the game. That's how NC State wants to play on transition. If Virginia Tech keeps turning the ball over at this rate, NC State will run away with this game.
It's got to be really hard for Mike Young to look at the film and see these turnovers continue. Number 15 today, averaging over 14 a game in ACC play. That number will go up. No good for Couture. Diarra bear hugs the rebound. Remember, Hunter Couture hit the early 3 in the first half, hasn't scored since.
Length on the perimeter has been kind of their Achilles heel for Virginia Tech, and we're starting to see that take effect right now.
Middlebrooks attacking Poteet. Padula the other way.
Nice fake getting in the lane. He's just got to take his time down there.
Couture fouled by Diarra.
Diarra's got to stay straight up on that. He's got to stay straight up on that. He's got the athleticism and the size.
Second foul on Diarra takes us to a timeout. 11:53 to play. Free throws coming for Tech on the other side. Armando Bacot looking for another double-double today up in Chestnut Hill. He's third all-time in ACC history. He has continued the track record for big men in Chapel Hill, hasn't he?
Double-double machine. All-time UNC great. I know him personally, man. I love to see him doing well. RJ Davis is playing well this year as well. You know, ACC Player of the Year type season.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that. I mean, is RJ your front runner right now?
He's got to be the front runner. He's the best player on the best team. So, as of now, he's the guy.
And you think he's the more valuable guy compared to Bacot? And I agree with that, but I'm just curious to get your thoughts.
Right now, yes, offensively, he's playing at an all-time level, but Bacot is indispensable for them down low.
Yeah. DJ Burns, DJ Horn, both over 1,700 points. DJ Burns grabbed his 600th career rebound earlier today. Couture goes 1 for 2 at the line. It's a 2-point game, under 12 minutes to play. Deacons demolishing the Louisville Cardinals over in Winston-Salem. Miami and Syracuse are tight up at the Dome. And we got a foul on the floor.
Got with DJ Burns down there, you cannot get bored with making the right play. He's got to attack the defense. Virginia Tech is coming on his first move and find an open guy. I think they'll live with that mid-range jump shot every time from Burns.
First foul on Padula. McConnell struggling to get it in, flips it near midcourt. Jaden Taylor back in the game. He's been out the last 4.5 minutes.
He's got 3 fouls. He's got to be aware of that.
Morcell to the corner. Diarra attacking long. Diarra with a left hand comes up short.
Good defense by Makai Long.
Yeah, he's given Hokies some good minutes.
Chesting up, staying down, moving his leg. That's how you teach it, Evan.
Nickel from the corner. Excellent contest for Morcell. Taylor bulldozing his way to the basket and earning 2 free throws for NC State.
Nice attack by Taylor. Right right here coming in. Shoulder off, nice Euro. Knowing where he is on the court.
By the way, all-time double-doubles in ACC history. I think it's Tim Duncan, Ralph Sampson, Armando Bacot.
Listen, that's something you can take home with right there. Your name up there to those greats.
Well, Padula had the 3 straight career highs, then ran into Reese Beekman on Wednesday. Ran into Jaden Taylor today.
He's ran into 2 supreme defenders on the perimeter with length and size and athleticism. And he struggled down the stretch against these guys. Taylor's been on him like white on rice, as we call it.
NC State by 4. Feels like it's the largest lead they've had in a while. Collins spinning through traffic, and a whistle goes against Burns. Number 3 on DJ Burns.
Virginia Tech, you have to get a good shot on this possession. This game kind of seems like the tide is turning. Cannot settle for a bad shot right now as NC State's starting to take control.
Collins back outside for Padula. Unable to find the range. Diarra with his 7th rebound today. More than anyone else in the ball game.
Burns got to take his time to get ready for that double team and make the right play right here. Yep. Give it back.
Burns spins through the double this time, but comes up short off the glass. Ahead for Collins to the basket. And we're back to a 2-point game.
Nice finish. One of the guards has to get back on that. I think they might assume Burns was going to make that layup right there.
Into the 4th quarter of this one here in Raleigh. Turnover number 13 for NC State. Padula ties the game and 1. Chance to retake the lead at the line.
Capitalizing off turnovers has been almost the story of this game. Padula right here with the and 1. There's almost, that's a possession of blood where Diarra's got to go try to block that, maybe foul him, don't let him get an easy shot.
We remain tied here in Raleigh.
NC State is one of their last 8.
No field goals for the Pack in their last 3.5 minutes. Taylor working on Padula, shoots over him, and it's a late whistle. And they call Padula on his 2nd.
That's a nice aggressive play. We talked about them not getting to the line. I think that was an emphasis at halftime. Coach Keats said we need to be more aggressive and get to the free throw line.
There was an interesting dynamic there. Looked like Jaden Taylor was trying to snoop on the Virginia Tech huddle. Yeah. He was just trying to get to the free throw line. They huddled up right on the line.
He was just trying to get to his spot.
Wolfpack 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Taylor 77% for the season. Makes the back end.
Padula sits down. I don't think he'll be over there long either. Played 28 minutes so far. I guess he's got to get a rest somehow.
Both teams have scored more points than they scored on this floor when they met 5 years ago in that dreadful worst college basketball game of all time. Remember it well. I was sitting in the seat for it. Much tighter, much more exciting, riveting back and forth today. Couture step back 3. Rebounded by Taylor. A tough pass for Morcell. Good hedge from Kidd. Hope you can appreciate it at home, folks. These two teams are really battling right now.
Yeah, they are battling. It's a physical game down there.
And a tie-up. Kidd collects the possession. It'll be Hokies ball via the arrow. There's not a whole lot of finesse that's going to decide this game today.
A lot of misses, a lot of rebounds, a lot of physical play when you get into that paint. The refs are letting them play, rightfully so. This is a ACC game, and this matters down the stretch. This is a big game for both teams.
Wolfpack entered the day second place behind North Carolina. Florida State and Duke, the other two schools with just the one loss so far in ACC play. Coming off the big win over Wake Forest on Tuesday night. Tough stretch ahead for the Pack at Virginia, at Syracuse. Oh goodness, Lynn Kidd, welcome to the big time.
That's the Lynn Kidd we've been hoping to see. Spin baseline on top of his head.
Quick answer though, Taylor responds.
Right back at you. That is a backbreaker for Virginia Tech. They're feeling good and they come back with a three. Collins has got to get across. He can't play with the ball.
10-second violation.
Just a freshman mistake right there. Or sophomore, I'm sorry. Can't play with the ball. Got to get it across. Spin baseline. Diarra shaded him. Baseline, he spins. Nice finish.
Things heating up. Let's take another look at our Pacific Life game summary presented by Pacific Life, creating financial security for more than 150 years. Tyler Nickel, 3 for 5 from deep, but DJ Horn has got it going here since halftime, John.
He's got it rolling. He's a streaky microwave scorer. As we saw, he hit 3 threes right to start off the first half.
Now, when we went to break, NC State had a 2-point lead. That has changed.
Yeah.
Jaden Taylor's shot that followed the Lynn Kidd dunk, he had a toe on the line. That is a 2-pointer, so it's a 1-point game. Every point matters.
Especially tonight.
And a foul on Padula, that's his third.
This seems like a point could matter at the end of the game.
1-1 here for NC State. 7th team foul in the second half for the Hokies. A renowned rodeo family must come together to pick up the pieces after tragedy strikes. Catch the premiere of Ride, Monday, January 22nd, 8/7 Central, only on the CW.
NC State going small right now to see if that has an effect on the game with Diarra at the 5.
Taylor makes a pair at the line, back to a 3-point lead. Hunter Couture has been quiet today, but a crescendo there on the driving finish.
Can't give anyone middle. That was an easy finish by Hunter Couture, who's trying to get into the game. He's got 6 points so far.
NC State's largest lead was 6. Virginia Tech's largest lead was 7. Diarra, leaping catch for Taylor. Shot clock at 5. Taylor unable to hit, and Collins flies in for the rebound. Hokies looking to retake the lead. Padula for 3.
We knew we would get it going eventually. That was a nice drive, shouldered him off, created a space. 3.
Where's Bill Raftery when you need him? That was an onions bucket right there for Sean Padula. Hokies back in front, and another turnover for the Wolfpack.
That's 14 turnovers.
15
by 15 now by NC State.
Yeah,
they're going toe-to-toe with the turnovers from Virginia Tech. Hence why this game is so close.
The irony, though, is NC State has been one of the top 5 teams in the country in terms of taking care of the ball. Oh, lefty finish. How about that old school move from Lynn Kidd?
We were told they want him to be more aggressive. He's doing that. A nice left-hand finish. His confidence is up right now. They got to keep feeding him the ball.
Hokies back up 4. Parker scoop, no. Battle for the board. Out of bounds. Officials looked at each other. NC State ball.
This is a crucial possession. 6 minutes left.
7-0 run over the last 90 seconds here. Meanwhile, 4th-ranked North Carolina and Boston College getting ready to battle up at Connie Forum. Tom Wormy And the G-Men are standing by. Oh, great blob, baseline, out of bounds, sets up DJ Horn.
This is second layup Horn has got off out of bounds play. Virginia Tech's got to correct that. That's unacceptable at this late in the game, at this point of the game.
15 for Horn. Poteet fouled. Morcell picks up his third. Foul trouble might be an issue here down the stretch for NC State.
It's one of those games. Every play needs to be done with force and energy.
4 different Wolfpack with 3 fouls. Taylor, Morcell, Burns, and Diarra. And 5:54 to play. Well, it's an exciting weekend for football. And don't forget, Tuesday on Inside the NFL, no one breaks down the action like our crew. Highlights and analysis you will not find anywhere else. Divisional round recap, and we'll get you set for Championship Sunday, 8 days from now. Inside the NFL, Tuesdays, 8/7 Central, only on the CW. Mike Young's gotten some good minutes from Elijah Poteet today.
Played well last game as well.
7 points in 11 minutes. Won't go for Taylor. Rebound for Barron. I think Wolfpack fans justifiably are starting to feel a little nervous because the Hokies have the momentum, and Padula is in form here in the second half.
He has found his way to the basket. I think this has to do with Jalen Taylor potentially being in foul trouble. He can't be as aggressive on defense.
Yeah, we talked about that. Picked up his 3rd foul with 16 minutes to go, and Padula has heated up. Hokies by 6 here in Raleigh. Let's take a look at our key play, brought to you by Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Sean Padula's first 3 of the game to put the Hokies on top.
Padula has kind of put the team on his back right here. Definitely has to coincide with Jaden Taylor getting in foul trouble, not being able to be as aggressive defensively. And Padula is taking full advantage of that. Has his team up 6 points with 5 minutes left. Approaching an ACC road win, their first this year.
Yeah, only the Hokies and their Commonwealth rivals at the University of Virginia. They're the 2 teams in the league that have not won an ACC road game so far this year. And Notre Dame got one, Louisville got one. Hokies 0-4 on the road overall. Will that change in the next 5 minutes here in Raleigh? DJ Burns unable to flip it in, but he'll get 2 free throws. See where the Wolfpack want to go after the break.
I like what Burns is doing. He should get a little lower position, but he's good out there. He spins off. Nice finish. Gets the foul.
How would you try to defend him?
I would do what Virginia Tech's doing. Come to him on the move, double team, try to make a play. He's too good of a passer to come right on the catch.
What about in terms of handling his bulk, his girth as an opposing matchup defender?
Well, Poteet is doing a good job of pushing him out on perimeter, but he also has a stay between him and the basket. That spin off right there is why he was in a tough spot and ended up putting Burns Jr. at the line.
4-point game. Under 5 minutes, and the full court press is going to be a factor.
Looks like Burns Jr. is on his way to his 20-minute time. What Coach talked about.
Oh, Padula hangs in the air and lays it in. What a finish.
Got to figure out a way to stop him. Maybe they need to give Taylor a little help as he cannot be as aggressive. But if you're Taylor, it's 4 minutes left. You have to get a foul if you need one. You can't keep giving up layups.
Excellent double team from Barron. Burns had to shoot over it. The Hokies have the ball in a 6-point lead.
Right now, Jalen Taylor's got to be aggressive and defend him as he was earlier.
Couture catch and shoot 3. Largest lead of the day for Virginia Tech.
And these 2 guards, that's what they can do to you. Put you out of a game real quick. They're playing really well down the stretch.
And another Wolfpack turnover. Each team now with 16 giveaways. It's a season high for NC State. And a timeout taken by Mike Young with 4 minutes remaining. Take a deep breath, everybody. Final four coming up on the other side of the break. ACC Courtside Saturday on the CW continues. 2:15 here Eastern Time. North Carolina, winners of 7 straight games, trying to stay atop the ACC, going against the most improved player in the league a year ago, the Dutch 7-footer Quentin Post. Boston College got a win over Notre Dame on Monday. Try to follow that up today with an upset over the Tar Heels. Here in Raleigh, Hokies have outscored the Wolfpack 14-4 over the last almost 4 minutes.
This is a must-stop possession right here.
But it's a huge bucket for Hunter Couture on the road.
That right there is not what you needed. If the guy hits a 3 to previous possession, you got to make him do something different. NC State did not do that. 8-0
run in the last minute plus. And a reach and foul is going to send NC State to the line for 2 shots. It's the 10th. Or is it the 19th foul? Just the 19th foul. And they update that quickly on the big board here. Whistle had barely blown when it went from 8 to 9.
The only way that NC State's going to get back in this game is getting to the line, stopping the clock, and scoring, and getting stops.
1-1.
This is going to test their defense right now. They've got to get a couple stops, string them together, get to the line. Under 3, they need to get this game within striking distance, get it under 10 with under 3 to go, and they'll have a chance.
1 for 2 for Horn. Been a big difference in terms of ball security in the first half versus the second half. They had 12 turnovers the Hokies did in the first, but just 4 since halftime. Been a noticeable change.
Yes.
Collins to Poteet. He goes down hard, and the foul is the 4th on DJ Burns.
One thing DJ Burns is not doing is moving. Whenever something comes to the basket, they usually go the opposite way, Evan. Yeah.
Poteet's 5 of 6 from the line today.
If you're
6 of 7.
If you're Virginia Tech right now, the clock is your enemy. You need to have good possessions, run that clock down to under 10 and get a good shot. And you'll go home with a victory. Your first road victory in the ACC play this year.
Who's it off? It's off the Hokies, says Robbie Barron. And they're signaling that they're going to review it, which I thought they could only do in the last 2 minutes. So Tommy Morrissey reminded Sean Hull of that, and they're not going to review it.
I do not see the green button that they have in NBA games.
No green light special here.
I'm sure
the
they'll
ACC.
trickle that rule down to the NCAAs eventually. It's a good rule to have.
If you want to make games longer, yes, it's a good rule to have.
I have nowhere to go, Evan, you know.
It's true. O'Connell to the basket. He's been quiet today offensively. His 2nd field goal there.
Now this press right here, they want to funnel Virginia Tech to the corner across half court and trap. We'll see what happens. Here it comes.
And a reach and foul. It'll be 1-1 here for Hunter Couture.
They worked on this a lot, this trap a lot in the end of practice, and it's going to have to be something that works for them to come back in this game.
Curious if they'd give that to O'Connell or Taylor. They gave it to Taylor, and that's significant because that's number 4 on Jaden Taylor.
It's crunch time, though. Taylor can't worry about his fouls. His team is down 10 points with 2:49 left. He has to play the defense that he was playing earlier.
Couture has been ice throughout his career. Missed a free throw today. That's surprising because he's right around 90% for the season.
Well, we started off saying Couture and Padula need to tighten up, and now they're both in double digits. There's 2:50 left, and NC State on the fringe.
On the first half, Couture and Padula had 7. In the second half, they've combined for 20, And Robbie Barron just unleashed a roar of fury as NC State lost it out of bounds. Another stop for the Hokie defense. And time running out here for Kevin Keats and company.
Nice idea. Just couldn't get the pass around Barron. Hits his leg. Unfortunate break. A break that they ill could afford.
Padula dribbles away from the pressure. Now he's got to go toward it. Up the sideline. And back outside for Couture.
We have two veteran guards like this at the end of the game when you need to keep a lead. Mike Young's got to be pretty happy with where his team's at right now.
Foul on Middlebrooks. I mean, this could really be a huge turning point in the Hokie season. When you look at the upcoming schedule, you don't want to, you know, say, oh, BC at home. You don't want to think, oh, that's a win. Georgia Tech at home. You don't want to think, but those are two very winnable games for Mike Young's team. And if they could win those, and then they got a little 3-game winning streak with Duke coming to town. They've had some great moments against the Blue Devils in the past.
They're sitting at 2-4. So if they get this win, puts them at 3-4. It puts them in the middle of the pack with a chance to increase. You've got to give Virginia Tech credit for coming in this hostile environment and being up 13 with 2 minutes left. I don't think we would have ever expected this to be the score with 2 minutes left in this game on the road for them.
Hunter Couture hit a game-tying 3 at the end of regulation a few years back at Miami. That game at the Hurricanes, the next road game for Virginia Tech after today. As I said, right off the top, they're 2-4, but they think they're better than that. And they're showing you why today.
Definitely showing why. Virginia Tech has to not let them shoot threes.
Marcel connects.
Right on time, I see, but that's the only way Virginia Tech loses games. If they let NC State start making three-pointers, that can't be what they let happen.
They got 2:05 to go. With an 11-point deficit. Do you think Kevin Keats, you know, tries to trap, tries to get a 10 count, and then gives a foul here?
Yeah, you've got to try to trap, and if they get across half, get a foul. If you're Virginia Tech, you've got to run time off the clock and take the best shot possible or get free throws. Every possession has to end with points if you're Virginia Tech, and time will eventually run out for NC State to score.
Don't forget North Carolina and Boston College. Tom Wormy and Mike Jaminski are standing by from Connie Forum. It's cold here, but not as cold as it is in Chestnut Hill. And there's not as much snow on the ground here as there is up in
I'm going to have to check that. I don't know. It's 20 degrees out there. I don't know what it's like in Boston.
You know, how did you play in Milwaukee and not get accustomed to the cold?
You never get used to the cold. I'm a Florida guy. That's why I stay down there now. I'm retired. I don't leave Florida State lines unless I get called by the CW.
What was the temperature in Tampa when you left?
About 70 degrees.
Oh, sounds nice. Oh, the ball lost by Padula, and Diarra gets it, kicks it to the corner. 3 won't go. Loose ball in the corner. O'Connell. Morcell the other side. He's fouled, shooting a 3.
That is not what you want if you're Virginia Tech. Actually, worst case scenario, fouling a 3-point shooter. The clock is stopped and you're getting 3 points. They've got to be able to handle NC State's pressure with these 2 guards, Couture and Padula.
Quick nugget for you, John. Why has Virginia Tech created a double-digit lead? Their last 8 field goal attempts, they're 8 for 8.
And that is the story of the game right now, being up now 10 points.
And now Virginia Tech's now shooting above 50% for the game. Going 8 for 8 in his last 6-7 minute stretch has helped that considerably.
It's hard to judge these ACC games, man. You just never know what's going to happen.
That's what makes it fun.
That's what makes it the ACC.
As a player, it's probably what makes it stressful.
And we talked to Coach Keats. People talk down on the ACC a lot about the strength, but he thinks that the strength is in numbers. And this is why teams struggle to win games on the road. And you see games like this where a road team comes out with a nice victory.
All right, Wolfpack with an 8. Can they handle the full court pressure? Get it across to Collins.
Is where NC State wants to.
They call that a jump ball. I cannot believe it.
That is
but it's Wolfpack ball.
They want you to get the ball. They want you to have the ball across the court in those corners. They trap.
Did he have him tied up here?
Was it Horn that got a hand stuck in there, or it was Taylor got a hand stuck in there? That is a jump ball right there.
Okay. He had him, from my angle, he had him wrapped around. A lot of contact, but he did have his hand on the ball. How about this? It was an 11-point game. Steal, 3 free throws.
If they get this to a 5-point game right here.
Oh, settle for 6.
Settle for 6, 2-possession game. Now you just play good defense and let the chips fall where they may.
Eerily similar to what Louisville did to NC State last week, when a 14-point lead was sliced to 3 late. There's a reach-in foul on Horn. He's the one who has fouls to give. That's his first of the day. With about 3 minutes to go at the Yum Center last Saturday, NC State was up 14. And then the Cardinals cut it to 3. It was a 14-point game here, 75-61. With about 2 minutes to play. Smooth for the Northwestern transfer Barron.
Makes it a 3-possession game. That's a big free throw.
We talked about how Couture sets the games played record for Virginia Tech, 136, tying Malcolm Delaney. Robbie Barron played 120 games at Northwestern. Today's the 138th game of his college career. So atmospheres like this, moments like this, he's accustomed to them.
He's been in a few battles, and you keep bringing up Delaney. I still have nightmares. Like I said.
Eight-point game.
Nice clutch free throws. Helps having a guy like Barron with so many games under his belt. Big shot.
Horn to Morcell. Couture right in his grill. Padula rebounds the miss. And he lost his footing. He hit a wet spot. Are you kidding me? Morcell, corner 3, fouled again. Can you believe it?
Evan, this is not how you manage a 10-point lead with 2 minutes left. Padula slips. If I'm Virginia Tech, I would take that layup right there. Collins was right there under the basket, and then you just can't foul. You can't do that. I'm a big component of, you got to be aggressive towards the end of the game when you have a 2-on-1 break. They could have got a layup and sealed this game.
Morcell made all 3 a couple possessions ago. How often does a guy get fouled shooting a 3 twice in the same game, let alone within a minute of each other? The bad news for the Wolfpack is that Virginia Tech is one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country. So there's not an obvious, oh, you should foul this guy. And MJ Collins, 91% on the season. And Couture's 91%, Padula's 81%, Barron's 83%, Nichols 80%.
They're just, NC State's got to try to get a turnover here and then foul when they get across the court.
5-point game.
It's a tough spot. I wonder what Coach Keats does as he fouled or takes the possession.
Trying to get the 10 count first. Oh, great lob pass ahead. Barron to the basket for 2.
Got to be aggressive. Great pass. Right there. That makes this game tough right now.
3-possession game.
Possession game. No threes. Virginia Tech can't allow a 3.
O'Connell.
Too short.
Rebounded by Barron. And that, barring anything too crazy, should probably do it. Hokies 18 of 22 from the line today, 82%, very much in line with what they've done over their first 17 games this year.
Crucial road win for the Hokies. Maybe this jump starts their ACC season for them to move up in the standings. They have a good stretch, as you mentioned before.
And the other thing about Virginia Tech is this. I mean, they came into this game with a higher net rating and a higher KenPom rating than NC State, despite the record disparity, 10-7 versus 13-4. Hokies haven't had a really bad loss. Now you can say, did you watch the FAU game? Yeah, they got crushed. But FAU is a really good basketball team. They're a top 20 team. So this is a Hokie team that has an opportunity to build a resume because they don't have that bad loss right now. And this would be a really nice nice win.
A classic stay the course type of season. They know what they've been doing. They told us that they think they're better than the rankings and the stats say. They're showing it today against a 5-1 ACC NC State team that's #2, tied in the standings.
Let's take a look at our Progressive Player of the Game, brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, and motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com.
8 for 8 down the stretch. That is the story of the game. They hit 8 shots in a row. Couture with the 3, back-to-back threes, which really put them up and kind of sealed the game for this Virginia Tech team. Also, Lynn King, by the way, he's had a good game tonight.
Yeah.
He struggled as of late. They needed that from him, and he's part of the reason why they're about to secure this victory.
You look at the box score after this and say Virginia Tech has 19 turnovers and they still score 81 points. Well, they're shooting 53% from the floor. They've made 47% of their threes. Doubt they're going to make another 3. But they've had double-digit threes 9 times this year. They got 9 threes right now.
Anytime you shoot over 45% from 3, most games you either win or you're in.
NC State entered today 5-0 in ACC play when out-rebounding their opponent. They got the edge in rebounds today, but barring a miracle in these next 27.4 seconds, that stat will be perfect no more. NC State's got the next 2 on the road, as we mentioned, at Virginia, at Syracuse. Foul given with 26.1 left. What's your key to the game for the Tar Heels today up in Chestnut Hill?
Don't get bored with playing good defense. That's their calling card this year. They're playing championship level defense. The offense will continue to click for them, but defense is what's been winning them games.
That's well said. Mohamed Diarra just picked up his 5th foul, so his day is done. 6 points, 8 rebounds, and 21 minutes for Big Mo, the junior from France. Gutty win for Virginia Tech if they can close it out. They fell behind 6-0 off the top.
I love how this crowd is still in the game, and this is
right now they're pursuing free chicken.
Yeah. Is that the key to the game right here? Free chicken. There it is. No free chicken. I thought that was going off.
Hunter Couture
there.
He doesn't miss 2 in a row.
The Virginia Tech bench is cheering. They didn't want to be a free chicken.
2 free throws coming here for NC State with 19.2 seconds to go. $14 points today for Jaden Taylor.
More importantly, I mean, that foul trouble really had to, open up the floor for Padula, man. Can't state that enough.
Change the game.
Change the game, man.
2-possession game, 19 seconds left. Into Padula. Not sure they have the time to go for the 10 count anymore, but they get a deflection and a loose ball. NC State's got it. Taylor with 10 runs over Padula. Offensive foul, and Hunter Couture shaken up. Slow to get up behind the play.
That's tough right there. You gotta, I think if you're Taylor, you gotta go for the 3-pointer there. You got 10 seconds left. No timeouts.
Taylor just fouled out. Not sure he realizes it yet.
Couture a little banged up. Hopefully it doesn't linger, man. They need him down the stretch, especially with these games coming up.
Hokies trying to get this thing to the finish line. Couture is going to get a chance to add to his point total. Already in double figures for the 15th time this year. What a career he's had. I mean, he thought he was going to Wofford. Committed to play there for Mike Young. And then Coach Young called and said, I'm taking the Virginia Tech job. I want you to come with me. And he did not reopen his recruitment and look for other schools. He said, I want to go with Coach Young. And he followed him to Blacksburg. And he has been a cornerstone of this program ever since.
Can you imagine Hunter Couture in the Southern Conference? I mean, look how he looks in the ACC. I mean, it'd probably be scary what he do down there.
Well, they've recruited some ACC players to Wofford during Coach Young's time there.
Yes, he's the reason why he's where he's at, man. He's one of the best in the business.
Final seconds. Barron gets a piece of it. O'Connell puts it in with 6/10 to go. But the Hokies get off the schneid on the road. It's the first win away from Castle this year for Virginia Tech, obviously not including their neutral site games in tropical locales, but an impressive and important road win for Mike Young's Hokies today.
Can't stress how important this win is for Virginia Tech. This is going to be something that helps them stabilize in the ACC race, and they've got some games coming up that are winnable.
Next three are at home for Virginia Tech. You can't overstate the difference between moving from 2-4 to 3-4 in the league when 2-5 was an option as well. 84-78 is our final. R.J. Davis, top scorer in the ACC for the full season right now. Puts his 20.4 points per game average on the line up in Chestnut Hill today. Shooting 42% from three. Looking forward to the call. That's moments away with Tom Wormy and Mike Jaminski. I think we're going to try to get a chat with Hunter Couture. Yeah, he's walking over here. Tough kid. Meanwhile, John, you just got a text message from your old college coach?
Got a text from Roy. He said, hey, was watching the end of the game. Good job. Hey, it's a nice feeling, man, from the old ball coach.
Well, we got Hunter Couture, ACC tournament MVP a couple of years back, and a huge road win today. Hunter, can you, first of all, how are you? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. You weren't going to take me out at the end of that game. We had to finish it off, so I'm excited we got the win.
The difference between getting to 3-4 with the 3 home games coming up and getting this first win on the road, can you speak to that, what that means for this team right now?
Yeah, it's huge. You know, it's tough to win road games in the ACC. Just come in here and play a good team at NC State and come out with this win. It was huge for us to go home and get these next 3 games.
Hunter, was there a point in the game where you felt like the tide changed, whether it was a play or maybe a shot that you felt like you guys started to take over a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like in the second half, it was tight. It was going back and forth, and I feel like we got to the point where we got to take this game over. If we want to win, we got to go take it. So I felt like we were just in our huddles, we were staying connected, and that was the main focus.
What was Coach Young saying in the first half when the turnovers were aplenty?
He was saying we turned it over, I think 12 times, which is awful to think about, but we were still up 1 going into halftime. So to do that and know if we handled the ball in the second half and keep doing what we're doing, we were going to be okay.
You know, defensively, I think you're an underrated defender. Did you feel like you took that challenge of Torn to kind of slow him down a little bit and try to keep him under control?
Yeah, he's a great player. And you know, in this league, there's so many great guards, and you could only help to make it uncomfortable for them every night. You know they're going to get their points. So you just got to put them in spots that can make them uncomfortable and make them work for all their buckets.
Real quick, Hunter, what does it mean that this ties the record today, most games played in all of Virginia Tech basketball history for you?
Just means I played a lot of games. And my body's hurting. But it's kind of special to kind of be up there in the records, whoever was up there I'm tied with. But to be at a great university and to kind of be up there for most games played is pretty cool. And I'd like to say I grew up watching you play. I was a huge fan of you, so it's pretty surreal seeing you right now.
Hunter Couture, thank you so much, my friend. Good win here on the road. 84-78 is the final. The Hokies get the W on the road here in Raleigh. Don't forget, coming up next, number 4 North Carolina and Boston College with Tom Wormy and Mike Jaminski on the call. We thank you for being a part of ACC Courtside Saturday, and of course it continues on the other side. For John Henson and our entire crew, I'm Evan Leffler saying good afternoon from PNC Arena here in Raleigh. Thank you very much, Tom. Here in Raleigh, the Wolfpack jumped out 6-0, but it was Virginia Tech victorious at the end of the ball game. 6-point win for the Hokies, and a huge one at that. Mike Young's team get their first road win of the year. A great second half for the Hokies here at PNC.
The two guards, Padula and Couture, carried this team down the stretch. Specifically, Couture with the 16 points, a masterclass in the second half of this game to get this first road win for his Virginia Tech team.
It was a weird, interesting game. 12 turnovers for the Hokies in the first half, and yet they still led by 1 at halftime. The DJs were solid, Horn and Burns working together. But in the second half, you mentioned the two guards for Virginia Tech kind of took this game over.
That 8-for-8 stretch where Couture and Padula hit 4 threes or 3 or 4 threes is what sealed the game for them. When you have high-level guards like that in the ACC, you're going to steal a few games, which is what they did on the road here, down here in PNC.
Big bucket for Hunter Couture. He finished with 19 points, made 8 of 10 free throws down the stretch. Virginia Tech made their last 9 field goal attempts in the game to get the road win. Final 84-78, Hokies victorious in Raleigh. Tom, back to you.